Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today for this spoiler-free review of Love and Monsters. Before I get into it, please smash that like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks! Alright, so I was looking for something to watch and came across this movie, and I saw that it starred Daniel O'Brien, and I'm a fan of his from the Maze Runner franchise, so I was intrigued, but expected absolutely nothing because, as we all know, most movies nowadays have been pretty disappointing. And holy moly was I surprised with how much I enjoyed this movie. Directed by Michael Matthews, Love and Monsters takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where, and I'm not going to tell you why because I want to keep this video spoiler free, but basically most of the human race has been wiped out by giant-sized monsters that are mutated forms of insects and amphibians. The remaining humans have been forced to live inside bunkers underground, and it's where we are introduced to the lead character Joel, who lives in a bunker with some bunkmates and is shown to be the odd one out. He especially stands out because he is deathly afraid of the monsters and basically can't do anything combat-wise. But he happens to get a hold of his old girlfriend Amy, played by Jessica Henwick, from before the apocalypse occurs, and she lives in another bunker about 85 miles away from where his is located. One day after something happens in their bunker, Joel decides he needs to set off and go see her, and everyone in their bunker is like, dude, you're gonna die out there. But he decides to go anyway in the name of love, and thus the adventure begins. It sounds like a basic plot, and in a sense it is, but you know what? Sometimes keeping it simple is the best thing. From the moment that he leaves, this movie is an absolute adventure and a wonderful one, with great emotional moments as well as very humorous ones. Along the way, he meets several characters that help him on his journey, like a very cool duo, a survivor guy named Clyde, played by Michael Rooker, who was perfectly cast for this role, and his companion, a little girl named Minnow, played by Ariana Greenblatt. Clyde is a badass and teaches Joel how to survive out in the wild as they journey together. But I think the most important character he meets in this movie is a dog named Boy, and the two form a friendship and a bond that firmly makes the viewer invested in what happens to these two. I think it was an absolute genius call to put this dog in this movie, and it gives Joel's character a lot of depth, and seriously, who doesn't like a movie about a guy and his dog? Love and Monsters also has some really cool monsters in it. Their designs are great and not overdone, but as someone who really dislikes bugs, it definitely got my heart pumping a few times. But you're not constantly bombarded with monsters, and so you're not continuously on edge and become numb to it like other movies. This movie does it right, and so when you do see a monster, it makes the scene so much more impactful. And it gives you enough time in between monster attacks to pay attention to the story and for you to form that connection with the character and his journey. Also, the movie is very tastefully done, so there's no gore in it, which I love. It's a really family-friendly movie in that sense. And above all, there's great character development in this movie. And at the end of the movie, I was like, wow, they still know how to do that? And it ends with a great message, and to be honest, I'm shocked at how much I enjoyed this movie. Love and Monsters is so much fun from beginning to end, and I absolutely loved it and hope there's a sequel, even though it's not necessarily needed, but I'll definitely be watching it if there is one. Currently, you can watch this fantastic movie by renting it on different platforms such as Google Play, iTunes, Prime Video, Vudu, and YouTube, as well as any other platform where one can rent films digitally for a 48-hour period for $19.99. But if you're going to pay for it, I'd say just dish out the $24.99 and buy the movie for digital purchase so you can enjoy it over and over. I hope you enjoy watching Love and Monsters as much as I did, and if you've seen it, what did you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to smash that like and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content here. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye!